Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I'm sure you are doing good, right? I am doing well too. So today, what day is today everyone? Actually today is the last day of the week, right? And on Friday, normally we study listening to the news too. I hope that everyone have the book in your hand because this is very important for you to study online with the book, all right? And for this whole week, I can see you have done a very good job with your homeroom teachers and also watching all the videos. So now, let's go into the today lesson. So today we will start the new chapters of the lesson, right? So today we are going to the chapter 3, and chapter 3 is about science, everyone. So the word science, when the word science comes to your mind, some people might say like, oh teacher, I do not like science because it is so complicated, because it is so difficult to study. But you have to remember that too, that science is very important in your daily life. Yes, because around yourself, like the environment is also in the part of science, right? Good. So it is difficult, but you have to study that. And in chapter 3, there are some units, right? So now we are in unit 11. So in unit 11, we are talking about the energy in algae. In algae, everyone. So now, if you have your book, please take out your book and turn to page 47, right? Good. So on page 47, you will see the chapter, and you also see the unit, and you will see a picture, a very big picture here in chapter 3. So this picture, can you guess what is this picture talking about? So this picture is talk about the energy in algae, right? And all of these are some part of the algae, right? Good. So do you know what is algae, everyone? So algae is a kind of plants, all right? They can live on some rocks. Okay. So we are going to learn about how algae can make the energy. Okay. And besides, so algae is a kind of it's a kind of plants, right? This is the nature. So the energy can be made from the nature, and we also have some kind of the other energy that made from nature is like, you know, like a wave energy. There are like the wind energy and also the solar energy. All right. So if you want to know more about this kind of energies, you can go to the Google and then search for all of those information by yourself. But in this lesson, we are going to talk about the plant's energy, right? Good. So now let's see. Today we are going to study about the vocabulary, because this vocabulary will help you to understand more about the listening, right? Because we have to listen for some important information about today's lesson. So now everyone, let's go into the first word of the day. So the first word is the word organism. Organism, right? So what is organism? Organism is function as noun, and it is any living thing. Any living thing. Okay, so organism here, it doesn't refer just only the living thing on land or in the water. It's both, right? Good. And the next one is the word kelp. Kelp. Kelp function as noun, and we say a kind of very large seaweed. Okay, seaweed. You know what is seaweed, everyone? So seaweed is a kind of plant, or it's a kind of we can say the organism in the water. Okay, it's kind of plants that live in the water. Okay, And the kelp here is a very large seaweed, right? And the next one is the word dense. Dense function as adjective, and we say crowded together or thick. Crowded together or thick. Okay, so you can use the word dense not just only for the caps or anything. You can say the tree is, or the forest is dense. All right, there are a lot of forests. There are a lot of trees. All right. Next one is the word sewage. Okay, sewage function as noun, and we say wastewater from the buildings. Right. So you can see nowadays there are a lot of buildings that produce a lot of wastewater. So sewage is the way that the wastewater, the wastewater come from. Next one is the word biofuel. Biofuel function as noun, and we say a fuel made from living plants, not a fossil fuel. Okay, so the biofuel, something that made from, for example, like it could made from flowers, or it could made from some plants, but not fossil fuel. Fossil fuel refer to the fuel that made from like the rock, or something that you can find in the mountain or under the ground, right? And the next one is the word bloom. Bloom function as noun, and we say a flower on a plant, right? So the plant mostly have its flower. So this is the word bloom. Next one is the word coastline. Okay, function as noun, and we say the particular shape of the coast seen on a map. So the coastline here, when you look at the map, you will see some of the line, all right, and it is next to the sea or something like that. Or when you see from the about, from the airplane or L, you will see the coastline. So all these are the vocabulary that can help you to understand and to be easy in order to understand the listening very well. Okay, so again we have the word organism, we have the word kelp, we have dense, sewage, and biofuel, we have the word bloom, and also the coastline. Okay, so now everyone, please turn your book to page 48 altogether. Okay, 48. So on page 48, you will see with the first exercise here, you will see the word VOA News. So VOA News here stands for the Voice of America. Okay, so this is the listening from VOA. All right, and you will see the note taking here. So note taking here refer to some of the like sentences or some of the summarized information, and then what you have to do is you have to use some of the notes. Okay, so we have some of the words here, and to complete into these points, right? Okay, so before the listening, I would like to give you some tips according to the listening skill. So the first thing you have to read through this. You have to read and then get familiar with all this information first. You can see there are 3 main points. All right, there are 3 main points here. The first one is using algae for fuel. The second one is Blue Marble Energy Company, and the last one is other scientists' opinions. So when you read all of this, and then you can listen. You can listen to the audio, and your homeroom teacher will send the audio into your group. Okay, you can listen around like 2 or 3 times if you want, but if you think 2 times is enough, this is recommended. But if you think you are not so sure with 2 times, you can listen for the third one, right? Okay, so for the first time that you listen, you have to listen and then try to get some information. And for the second time, try to listen again and then try to fill in the blank with some of these words. You have to guess. And if you listen for the third time, you have to write it down. Do not leave all of this blank, because if you leave it blank, it equals 0. But if you try to guess it, it could be right. This is possible that you can guess it right. Okay, so now let's go into the listening. So now you can pause the video for around like 2 or 3 minutes in order to listen for the audio. Okay, and then we will come back with this exercise together. We will complete all the blank all together, right? Well, I believe that you guys have done your listening, right? And you also have completed all the blanks, right? Good. So now let's see all together. Okay, what are the answers of all of these blanks? So everyone, we have the word blooms, we have the word harvesting, oils, cell, and coastlines. So all of these words will be completed in all this blank, right? Okay, so the first one here, we say using algae for fuel. And number 1, we say single what? Single and larger plants. Larger plants. Alright? So single what? Single blooms or single harvesting. Alright, so this is single celled. Right? Okay. So number 1 is celled. And how about number 2? We say grow quickly and contain a lot of what? Contain a lot of what? A lot of blooms? No, it is contain a lot of oils. Okay, oils. And the next one, the second main point is about the Blue Marble Energy Company. Right? So number 3, we say harvest algae along what? Along the coastline. Good. coastline, coastlines. Okay. And number 4, we say helps prevent harmful algae. Help prevent harmful algae. Algae what, everyone? Algae blooms. Algae blooms. And the last one, the last main point is about the other scientists' opinion. So number 5, we say does not stop. So what does not stop? Okay, so we have only the last one is harvest. All right, so we say harvesting. Okay, harvesting. So harvesting does not stop. Okay, good. All right, so you can see all of these words have been completed into the blanks right now, right? And how much do you get, everyone? I believe that you get all of this correctly. All right, good. So now I would like you to look at this one, to look at the comprehension question here. There are 3 comprehension questions, and each question contains 4 multiple answers. Right? So for the question number 1, you have to choose only one answer. All right? So this is your homework. So you have to do this comprehension question and then send the answer to your homeroom teacher, and after that your homeroom teacher will correct that for you. Right, everyone? So if you have some problem or some something that you do not understand, you can replay my video and then check again whether which point that you do not understand and which point you understand, right? Okay, so I'm sure that my section has come to the end, and I wish you the best of luck, everyone. Bye-bye.